Hello ladies, welcome back to video 15 of the garden project, potting shed. Today we're going to make this little fold out for a page which is perhaps not quite as interesting as it could be. So this is the one that I've made. It's just a concertina fold out, that's all. And it folds out like so. And you have tags in pockets on the inside. On this side, I've got a tea-dyed list where you can make lists of the seeds that you want to buy or the plants that you want to put in. And on this side, I've just decorated. So if you want to make this little fold out, this is how I do it. First of all, you're going to need to print off the collage page from the kit and print it on both sides. And then you're going to fold it in half. Use your bone folder if you've got one. So there's your page. And then you're going to fold the side into the middle section. And again, the other side. That's my dog coming in. Oops, Daisy. He always wants to be on the other side of the door, like they all do. And that's your fold out, very simple. And the next thing I'm going to do is to ink around the edges. I've been training my puppy, who won't be a puppy for much longer. Been training him, and we're trying to get him not to pull on the lead because he's although he's small, he's very strong, and he's been pulling hard just like the last one we had. And so I've been reading all these videos on YouTube trying to find a way to stop him pulling, and the latest one I've been looking at showed you how to get him to do pivots and spins, which is to get him to walk beside you. So it's a very long process. You have to get them to walk beside you at your knee position, both sides, not just one side, both sides, because otherwise they get too well developed neck if you only keep them one side all the time. And then when you can get them to walk nicely beside you, in the house this is, or the garden, then you add the lead and the collar, and you so they don't really know the difference whether the lead's on or not, you see. So I know how to do it in theory. In practice is another thing. You do it by putting them on a perch, and they have to move their bottom round. So if they're on the perch like that, then you have to put your leg out, and then the dog moves like so and like so and like so. That's the theory of it. Okay, so let's move this back out of the way. We did make a little bit of progress today, but it goes very slowly. Now we've got to find a page to put this on. Let's getting harder because my journal's nearly finished now. Let's see if I can put it in the back section. We've got a spare page. Yes, just about. So say we were going to put it there. Not quite right. So we're going to put it there. It will then open out this way, which is good. So you've just got 3 sections. You don't want to stick it too near the middle. I'm not putting it this side because this side is difficult to work on now, and I've already sewn all these pages in, obviously. So you can either put it to one side or you can put it in the middle, or you could put it to the end. It doesn't really matter, it's a personal choice. As it's only holding tags and you haven't actually got to lean on it and write on it, then it probably is okay to put it on the end here. So we'll assume that we're going to stick that side down. So I'm going to put a cross so I remember which side I'm sticking down. And that means that we're going to make some tag bags. And I think I'm going to do 3. I'll put 1, 2, 1 there, 1 there maybe, and then 1 on the front. So because the journal is full and nearly finished, I'm going to do that away from the journal and stick it in when it's done. So I've chosen these 3 tags. These 2 are from the kit, and this is one that we made at the beginning. I'm going to fold the page in half, and then this folded edge will be the bottom of the tag packet, like so. So you want to make it a little bit bigger than the tag, otherwise the tag won't fit in. So I'm going to just judge like so. I think will be just right. That's one. And cut those out. I don't think this one's going to be big enough, is it? No, that's not big enough, so I'm going to have to make another one. I'll do that later. And also, you don't want it to be too tall, otherwise you won't see the pretty top, so I'm going to stop it about there. keep the little pieces. They make nice notepads or backings, we'll see later probably. Okay, so that's the middle one. So when that's sewn around, that will look like so. And that will look like so. And even now it's too big. I'm going to have to shave a little bit off there. What's that one? I think this one will be all right. Nope. That's better. So we're going to sew round the edge or stick if you don't want to sew. And that always takes up a little bit of room, the sewing. So the first one, which is going to be stuck down, will be at the bottom. The second one, which is still too big, I think we'll put that near the top. I think I'll sew around that before I cut any more off. And the last one will be on the front. When I've made the packet. That one, I almost want to show that off. So I might just do a little one like that. Because that makes it, it's different, isn't it? Let's do that. Okay, so now I've got to go to the sewing room and get those sewn up. And I'll be back when I've done it. I've now sewn around the packets and made sure that the tags fit in nicely. And I put some ribbon on the tags. And then I've inked around the edges. Don't need to worry about the back because that's going to be flat when it's stuck in. So we've now got the 3 tags, and I've gone with the little pocket for the smaller tag because I thought that looked rather nice. I've put in a grommet and some of that pretty yellow ribbon, and now I'm going to decorate them. I've cut out 3 of these pieces of the backing paper that they were part of an envelope that I didn't use. So I'm going to stick those on next. And this is where you can use up your scraps, you see. little bits of paper that you put to one side. I'm just going to put that across the middle, like so. I added some acetone to my glue because it was quite gloopy, and in so doing I lost all my nail varnish. I'm going to have to start again with that, but I usually refresh that on a Sunday anyway, so if I get round to it today that will be done. Okay, now we want to find some of the fussy cuts that we had in the kit, and that's going to go on there. It's just a case of choosing which one. So I want one that's big enough to make an impression, but not too big to swamp it over. So I think those were about the right size, aren't they? That one I want to put up a little bit higher because I'm going to add a word band at the bottom. Same with the second one, but not with the third one. See, so I think that looks about right. So let's put that one on. That's one. Two. Oh, I also cut out little half moon circles. That was something else I did while you were having a cup of tea. That's the little one. And when it comes to these word bands, I'm just going to put a blob of glue on each end and a bit down the middle. Because that's going to be a tiny little pocket. And the same on this one. Because I've got these little cutouts of the herbs, and that's going to sit in there. Like so. And that one hasn't got one. Now we've got the fun of putting them into the concertina. So I'll just put those to one side for a minute while they dry. As we're going to stick it on the end one, I think I'm going to put some washi tape down here to cover up this white band. I'll measure it out first, like so. And then I'm going to just put a little bit of glue because it never sticks very well, does it? I want to make sure it doesn't come off. Okay, so the little one is going on the front. That leaves these two, which I'm going to do like that. So let's do this one first. Now the middle one. Just make sure it folds before it sticks fast. And last of all, the little one on the front. We'll just have one flower showing on the washi tape. I got that washi tape in Paper Chase, but they changed their product ranges very quickly, and the last time I was in Next, they'd actually closed the shop, closed the Papermate shop, Paper Chase shop, I mean. So I think the reason it wasn't doing very well because there was never anybody serving, and you had to take what you wanted downstairs and wait for somebody to turn up at the till. There just aren't enough staff in the shops anymore. That's if you can find a shop to go in. Right, so that's the main part of that. Now we're going to stick it in the journal. I can remember where I was going to put it. I'm going to put it there, I think, wasn't I? Just over that leaf. So if I put it there, and it opens out that way, or the other way, you can just do it however you like. I think I'm going to do it that way. Or I could swap it over and do it like so. No, I like the first way. I haven't put the list in this one because my journal is full. It doesn't need any more lists. But when you're making yours, depending on what else you put in yours, you might well want to do the list. The last thing we need to do is the button. I'm going to put a button there and we're going to just hold it to make sure it doesn't flap open. So we're just going to attach a button there. I'm going to finish this project now, And to do that, I'm going to add a little bit of thread to secure it from flapping about. So I just need to make a little hole, and we'll make it in one of the flowers, I think. Let's see, this one, I think. Just tie a little knot in that. And then we'll put it round the button. And that holds it fast. Don't think we need the tail. So I'll cut him off. And I think that looks very nice. I will do a knot in the end here because I don't want it to fray. There's 6 strands here, so that's secured that, and you could always put a little charm on that if you want. So it opens out like so, and you've got the tags. That's the small one. I think this is my favourite one with the Wellington boots on. I love the way the colours are blending in there. And this one is the flower basket. So in here I've made these little pockets. So you can put little tiny things, stamp size in there. That's chives and peppermint, wildflowers and kindness. And when you finish looking at that or putting things in, just wind that round the button and it's done, so it won't flap about. So that completes our project for the potting shed, and the next time I will do a flip through. I hope to be able to do something in the middle, but that is not part of the project. So I'm just going to show you the one thing that I have got in there at the moment, which are these lovely little birds that Anila has done. Aren't they gorgeous? There's 3 of those lovely little birds. So she made this and the envelope, and I've put that in the vegetable section. I hope you've enjoyed crafting along with me with this project. I've enjoyed doing it very much. The idea of a potting shed is very, very appealing. I have my own potting shed, so I'm very lucky. And I'm just about to be planting my seeds in tomatoes tomorrow, I think. But it's been so wet here that really it hasn't been fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you've made. And I will be back one more time with this project to do a flip through. So until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking part if you have. Thank you for subscribing or liking my videos. I put a lot of work into it, so I'm very grateful for any comments, likes or subscribes. And if you want me to do another project like this one, you'll just have to let me know. So put your thinking caps on, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.